Can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud and clear.
All right.
Now we you know what time it is, man. We live and back in full effect for once again another episode of the APF podcast, episode 99. The big 99, man. One more into that 100. One more. And it is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach.
It's your boy going for it. If you guys have enjoyed your Friday and looking forward to the weekend, let's get it started.
I think for the 100, switch it up. Might as well take an episode of Twitch.
All right.
Since Twitch got yeah, might as well for the big 100. Don't even know what the hell we're going to do. Might as well be the same shit but differently. But that's what's gonna happen, and then I can just download the VOD and then upload it to the and upload it, and then boom. But first things first, we gotta go through the what happened for like the one night only All Star weekend, where everything just happened, where majority, well, actually everything happened all in one night. Which
Mm-hmm.
one should we dive into?
I guess first we start with the Taco Bell Skills Challenge. Yeah, we should start with the Taco
And,
Bell Skills Challenge, which the
and
big man won.
yeah, well, uh, I mean that. Well, it's getting to a point now where big men can be a guard, can be guards, as we have seen with who is Anthony Davis. I mean, he's not as crafty with the ball as he once was in high school, but he was a guard that turned into a big man. Like and Draymond Green, I mean, necessarily, I wouldn't call him a big man. I mean, he could be, I guess, but he's a guy that can handle the ball really well for somebody his size. And it looks like the guards been lacking, man. The guards have been lacking, and it's like the Taco Bell Skills Challenge is more of a. It looks like the big men have dominated that realm because
Yeah,
usually
let's.
it would just
Yeah,
be guards only, and now you put big men, and like big men have won it more. I think big men have won it more than just as much as the guards, if I'm not mistaken.
hmm yeah, it's pretty disappointing to see just how just how unfortunate it's been that these big guys are winning this competition. This year they had a basically the big guys against like Sabonis faced who was it? I guess you can look it up.
Yeah.
But they Luka Doncic and Chris Paul got first round buys due to the format for this year, so they can actually get the skills challenge in. And so uh, I would want to say Sabonis. I know Jalen Brown was in there. Jalen Brown was in there. Yeah.
Uh, I think, let me see. It was
Sabonis.
it was
Sabonis.
it was Julius Randle, Luca, Vucevic, Robert Covington, and Chris Paul and Sabonis.
Yeah. Chris Paul, funny enough, is 0-5 in the skills challenge, so he's never won any match ever. What is it? Look at
Vucevic really beat Chris Paul? Bro, I'm done.
yeah, he
That's
beat
tough.
Chris Paul. Chris Paul missed the layup for
Oh yeah,
somehow.
he missed that point blank layup. That's tough.
Yeah, missed it, and basically that's what he lost. And obviously Robert Covington he also beat. But it's just disappointing to see Luca and Chris Paul lose because the talk about skill challenge is literally made for point guards. Now I know Luca is more like a small forward, but he is the point guard. He may not play all his
I would say
minutes.
he's a shooting guard.
Well, he's the best ball handler on their team, and he's clearly the best point guard. He has the ball all the time, and point guards that is what they do. They have the ball to make all the decisions. and so he is a point guard. And as much as he handles the ball, it really does show that the big men are somehow much better at the skills challenge than the guards. Was it Sabonis joins Karl Anthony Towns, Kristaps Porzingis, and Bam Adebayo as the big man skills champions. Since 2016, they've won 4 out of 6 with this. So I don't know, man. I think most of these bigs are seem to be better at throwing the ball in that small hole better
Yeah.
than these guards, which is like giving them a lot of these wins. But happy for Sabonis, but man, this is a travesty for these guards to not even get to the finals now. They get first round buys and they still get L's. I mean, this is just disappointing to all small, regular 6 foot or lower players because this is your challenge to win rather than some other things you could do.
And so, I mean, with that being said, the 3 point shootout. Oh my God! I did not think Mike Conley had it in him. I did not. I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was like that.
Huh? Yeah. Look, it was a good 3 point. As you saw, right? Uh, Mike Conley came in was the second best shooter clearly of the competition. He was really good, very consistent. Who did really disappointed?
Jason Tatum
Jason Tatum was garbage.
and Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown was also garbage. I'm not surprised those guys are not great shooters, like people may think. They're just good scorers. Well, Donovan Mitchell's there.
Donovan Mitchell and Zach LaVine both got 22.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and again, as I've said, guys shoot so well now that you really do need to go 25 or above.
That's the normal now. If you don't get at least 25, then you're not winning. Because it used to be 20. Because people couldn't shoot back then. 10 15 years ago. Now you got to get at least 20, 25 to actually have a chance at winning.
Yeah, you do. If you don't, you're gonna lose. So yeah, Steph had the epic final shot.
Final ball. He had a final ball. He had to make that money ball to win. And what he do?
Because he missed too many.
Oh yeah, he missed two. Yeah, he missed way too many. And that money rack is what saved him.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure did. The Mountain Dew 3 point, the Mountain Dew zone saved him a good amount, and him getting into his sweet spots and getting warm really helped him propel himself to a narrow 2027 win and show just why he's been the greatest shooter of all time for about 5 to 6 years.
You know what? I will say this: I did watch Cash and his boy Mal's reaction to that. And from what I've seen from that is they don't like they're not really fans of the Mountain Dew 3 point shot. They're not fans of the Mountain Dew zone.
Well, I get it, but to me, I think it's an interesting thing because guys shoot from that far anyway. So
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, why is I understand, but at the same time, you do know people are pulling up from right there. So I don't understand why I don't understand your complaint about this as if they don't do it. Like 10, 15 years ago, nobody was shooting for that far. Probably like the only person I would remember doing that was Gilbert Arenas. He was doing that before anybody, before Curry. Before there was a Curry, there was a Gilbert Arenas doing that. But it wasn't popular back then because he didn't do it enough. But you see Curry now. But you see Curry, he's doing it every season. And now you got the Mountain Dew 3 point zone. I'm like, okay, bet this is gonna really help people out and see if they can win or not, or it gives them that little edge, and they did.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to bring in. Um, Guys shoot from that far. That's why they put it in there. So no, I don't agree with those guys. I think it should be in there. It makes like some of them have said, for them it does make it does what's it called? They
It
like to
makes or
change.
breaks you.
Yeah, it's a different thing, you know. And you got these dudes shoot from that freakish range all the time, so you might as well, launch it from there, just like you be doing, and see if you can make it when you're in rhythm. And Steph was the best one at it, and that's why he won. Uh, and
Because
so
he shoots those on a regular, so it's like it's kind of unfair.
I
But
guess, but I see as somebody. Yeah, I mean, Damian Lillard also. So maybe Damian Lillard should get back in and try and win it.
oh man,
But
the one he was in was just abysmal, man. It was just disappointing.
yeah, I wonder. Yeah, hopefully he comes back for another one. I think again the 3-point contest is going to be it's going to be the new big thing, or has been, because there's no more dunkers who are stars. All the stars shoot the ball, and even our best dunkers all already did it and are not going back. So that's
Um,
also another.
and the dunk contest, well, it was. I mean, it was I wouldn't say it was terrible, but it didn't make me jump on my seat.
I don't know what people expect. I mean, they've done as many dunks as they fucking can do.
Exactly.
Um, you know,
It's like it gets to
done.
a point where it's like there's only so many dunks you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I still thought that Cassius Stanley had the best dunk. Um, I thought Anthony Simons the failed kiss dunk was a good try, so that's good for him. And I think Obi Toppin is just not impressive because, like people have said, he's just too tall. And
And
unfortunately,
also his one dunk that he dunked over his dad and Julius Randle was he pushed off.
yeah, he
He,
pushed off. I mean,
he clearly
you
pushed
know,
off, so that's why that dunk wasn't really like impressive. Now, if he
yeah,
had like balance like that and he cleared both of them without doing that, then that would be a different story. Because like, oh, he cleared both of them without pushing off. But since he did, then we all know the result of that dunk.
yeah. So yeah, again, it was good, but I still believe they should just basically either just find a new thing to bring in, or find a way to get some actual people to play. Because right now nobody's watching it. I think they should just cancel the entire thing so that they can
Cancel was
cancel the competition, basically remove it, so they can so that they'll be able to guilt some actual good players into doing it. That's just my look at the situation. I believe they need to guilt people into actually going to it. If they cancel the slam dunk because they were going to retire it, you're going to get some stars to actually try and do it, if that's what they want. Because I don't know who really wants to watch those three guys like that. That's going to be your future. John Morant was on Twitter that same night saying, "This is why I'm not going to do it, because some dude got some score on the dunk that was really impressive, and he got left behind with the bad score." So, to me, what they should do is just cancel it and force some guys to come and do the contest. That is what they should do if they want to get actual stars back doing it.
that either that or actually have like some people, or I mean, you could pick, or they could do a what is it? They can do a poll where you can pick who you want in there.
The problem with why they can't do a poll is because these guys can choose not to do them. They know that, and it's not like the All Star game where they got to do it. These are competitions, and I know why they don't do them, because they have to practice all these dunks because all the dunks have been done. So they're just in a hard place. I don't know what other competitions they've ever had or could make to replace it, but they should really give some thought to that, because right now it just sounds horrible. Like who wants to do these competitions at all? I just wouldn't want to do them.
I agree. At this point, the dunk contest is like there's someone else needs the. I did like the 2000 like the 13-14 dunk contest where they had like three people from the west, three people from the east, and then they do like a combination. They do all three were on the floor at the same time, and then they can do like a bunch of like combinations into a dunk. So like that. That's what that I believe they could probably bring that back and put that in play and see how that works, or they can just scrap it up and then put it away for a while and then bring it back. But then that would mean that they could open up another spot to replace the slam dunk competition.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But I didn't the All-Star game. I don't know what to say about that. I think what I seen from that was just total domination. Team Durant could not get a W to save their fucking life in a quarter.
Look,
And
I just really don't understand. Last year's one was awesome, and this year's one was trash. Now, the only way I can see this one beat why it was trash is because there's no fans, so nobody gave a damn. LeBron
but at the same time, it was like they're losing by fucking 20 points. So it was like the odds of you actually coming, it's like it was it was like 146 plus like one. It was like you add 24 to one, you minus 170 from 24. You get the score that they had after three quarters. They're not touching 170.
excuse me.
Bless you.
Man. Yeah, they're not coming back. How the hell are you gonna come back?
They had 146. And they scored like they scored 50 up to one. Team Durant had 150 and then by the time they had 150, they were already at like 167. So like they had no chance.
Yeah, I mean there's just no hope. I don't know what that was. So I'm happy
you
I
have
don't waste
Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard shooting logo half court threes in your head all game, and they're making them. Say goodbye because you're not coming back from that.
They gave up that game so fast, man.
They was like, you know what, fuck, man. We're not making this comeback.
Yeah, they're like, fuck this. We ain't coming back. See that? They just died. I was like, wow. Y'all really just let them blow y'all out and did nothing. That's really what happened.
It was like the competitive spirit just got drained out of them.
It really did.
And LeBron didn't even play like 20 minutes. He only played like 13 minutes and just said, you know what? I'm gonna let Steph and Dame do the work and just destroy it while Giannis just had a sneaky 35 points, you know. Just let him have that.
Yeah, he just did whatever he wanted. That was also disgusting. He just out there dunking and getting layups, step back threes. He don't make step back threes, but he had it going last night, so I give him all the props in the world.
Well, actually, it was almost a week ago.
Yeah, I gave him. Yeah, but he never makes step. How many step back threes has he ever made in his career? Shooting in an actual NBA game, probably like zero.
I mean, you can't count that.
What?
That step back three he had in the corner in the All-Star game.
Oh, well, okay, but that's my point. He seems to make all these fucking incredible shots in the All-Star game, but when it comes to real life, okay, he gets bopped. He can't make any shots, makes nothing. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy for him, but shit. I mean, can you make a shot? Why is he making them now? He can't make them in the game at all. He just in the game nope. I can't make no threes. But in the All-Star game, he really got these step back threes. Okay, and he won. And like they're talking about on some shows, the man won the
MVP, the Kobe Bryant Memorial MVP, basically just dunking all the time. 13 dunks. 13 dunks and layups. I think only one of those layups had any chance of missing. And then the only reason it was somewhat impressive is because he made those step back threes. Like that was it, man. That dude didn't do jack anything else. I was like, good God. I mean, nothing to stop him. You just let him run amok and dunk all over your face. Man.
And the Jokic drunk ass was talking about, man, I should have won MVP. What's that? What stats, man? Bro, stop it. Stop, man. Your stat, bro. Man, let me pull up them stats.
I should have won MVP.
Man,
What do you mean?
I should have won. I should won MVP. Well, what stats? That's like Kawhi. That's like Kawhi saying the same shit. Please.
Like Kawhi saying I should win MVP. Why should Kawhi win MVP? He didn't even do anything. Big dummy. Oh my God. Anyways, that's why Jokic was holding that trophy. he was like
exactly. That's why people felt sorry for him. He gave him that trophy. He had 19 minutes, 6 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Oh fucking okay. Please.
He wasn't even being serious anyways. He wasn't being serious. I still think Dame or Steph should have won it. They made it way more interesting.
Yeah, they had a chance, but Giannis just had a perfect. He had a perfect great game.
Giannis out there you're right. He had a perfect shooting night. The fuck am I supposed to do about that? You know, like, am I supposed to be like, no, don't give it to him? Like, he made 16 for 16. Look, it's hard to make 16 straight shots, regardless of how you feel the person got it. So, it is what it is.
I mean, they only scored 25 points. So they had they had 125 going into the fourth quarter. And they had to score to 170. So they had to score like about 40 something. Let me see.
Mm.
Let me see. 170. Was it? They had to score 45 points.
Oh.
That's how much they had. They had to score. I knew it was 45. Yeah, they had to score 45 points to win. They're not getting 45. They only got 25.
Yeah, they ain't getting 45. Yeah, that's crazy. that's
they're not getting no 45 points. That's tough. But I think how long do you think they're gonna keep this format?
They'll probably keep it another year or so. I don't know. Go back to the old one. I don't know what they really want to do.
In terms of like the where they add 24 points. That one.
Yeah. Maybe they keep that for a year, maybe another year or so. Maybe that's what they do. Because right now, they have nothing wrong they can do. Nobody's really that mad. I personally, I've said I don't really care about the All-Star game in the first place. I think it's just they should probably just leave it alone. And if it delves into like being absolutely garbage, then that's what it is, I guess. Shit, So it's difficult. It's difficult to know what they want to do with it.
So let's dive right into Blake Griffin getting what he get. He got bought out. His contract got bought out.
Yes.
So now he had the option to sign wherever he wanted, and he chose the obvious Brooklyn Nets.
Yes,
now,
he did.
What I thought about this, I thought that why I was like, Brooklyn was a marquee option, number one option in my opinion, in which it was because he took no time in not signing. But I was like, if he wants to, I'm thinking about it in a couple ways. if he could bring. Obviously, that's number one. Or he did it in a way where it's like, okay, it's a no brainer. Look what's on that team. Look around the league. What other talent is on our teams? I got to go with this team. I'm like, it's clear as day that this team has everything that you would need in a 3-man squad. Why not join them? Or he could have went in on another team and started the ball out in a place where he actually would like to play, because it seemed like what he was doing in Detroit, he wasn't really vibing over there. So I feel like if actually no, not feel. I know that they don't win this year, then it's like you got all this talent on your starting roster. No, you just got all this talent on your team, and you don't win, then it's like it's a waste, because you did all this signing, all this work, and then you put it out there, and then you just crumble. So I hope Blake actually turns up and shows up, man, because he's been slipping. His numbers been slipping for the last couple of years, and he needs to. And now that he's out of Detroit, he needs to pick it up, because at this point there's no reason for you to play like how you've been playing.
Yeah, I think the guy just he's just not very good anymore. So his numbers are like 12 points, like 7 rebounds, like 4 assists. Like, there's a reason why he's come off the bench and Jeff Green's still starting, because he's just as washed. They just brought him in to be possibly a small ball center. He knows his role is not to be a big man guy. I know that. So that's okay. At least he's getting a chance to try and win a championship. Let me see. Yeah, at least he's getting a chance to win a championship on the team. But he made the right decision. He wanted to win a championship. I'm sure there's other teams he kept going to that would give him a bigger role in the offense. But he took that.
And yes, was Tom Brady. Tom Brady made as usual. Tom Brady made.
Before we talk about Tom Brady, you don't want to talk about some of these midseason award races like the Rookie of the Year and MVP.
Well, it's clear cut. I mean, for me, I think Lamelo, I know Lamelo's going to win it. He's going to win that award.
Yeah, I mean, that there's a little bit of like, who, in terms of can somebody catch him? I think that James Wiseman or Tyrese Halliburton do have a good chance. Now, we know that just being on a team that goes to playoffs is not all that it's cracked up to be to win it. If Wiseman can in the second half be a big reason of helping the Warriors get to the championship, to the playoffs, even with Bell, I think he has a chance to win it. I think Tyrese Halliburton is the other guy. He's been injured, but he was on a really big role. If he comes back, obviously, and can propel the Kings to at least a play-in, and he's a big part of it, he could have a chance. Because you never know what happens with LaMelo Ball. He may not continue to flourish as he was. Last night, they had their entire team back. He really did not put up those numbers that you've been accustomed to seeing the last couple of weeks. So, we have to wait and see just how much of an impact having those guys on those guys coming in for the Charlotte Hornets be on his numbers. Because, hey, he could drop in numbers and other guys come up, and even though they may be winning something, he may still lose. We've seen that happen before, where Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell, one of the worst decisions ever were they should have just given it to Mitchell because he was actually a rookie, not to Ben Simmons. But
But because he freaking played, that was his first year playing. That's the only reason why he even won it,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
so
stupid to
stupid.
me.
I was like, really?
Yeah, I'm like, why the hell is he? Why did he win it?
Yeah,
He's been in the league for
like
over a
this
year.
is this is exactly the problem with the NBA. Like, no, we need to give it to the guy who actually is a rookie, not to a wannabe rookie who, for his own, unfortunately got hurt and stuff. Why are we giving him the ability to be to win the actual award? Like, no, he should not win the actual award. He's a second year player. So stupid, but it is what it is.
Well,
And oh, and for the MVP, the leading guy is Joel Embiid because I don't know if James Harden will probably never win it. Won't win it. He got people too angry. So that's why he won't win that one for whatever reason. Yeah, they all got fucking mad, so he won't win that one. LeBron, we'll see. He's got him. It's LeBron and Joel Embiid for me right now. Jokic, sorry, he needs more wins. Steph needs more wins. Damian Lillard still needs more wins. So right now it's a two-man race, and the third guy is basically not in the picture because they won't give it to him. I already know that.
I just say it's LeBron. Then no, yeah, it's like I say yeah, Joel Embiid, he got it right now. He got it right now. He's averaging like 30 points and like 10 rebounds, and LeBron, and he's top seeded in his team. So that can go a long way into the into when it's time for the awards. That could go a long way, and also LeBron, he's always there every year, so there's a possibility he could win. And then there's Jokic, then there's Lillard, and then there's Harden. So I mean, for me, it's it's Joel, then LeBron, then Jokic, then Harden, then Lillard for my five.
Okay. All right, let's get to the next topic.
Uh, Tom Brady,
Yeah,
Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things and sacrificing his own wealth for the team because that's just the winner that he is. And
that's
when I seen it, I was like, oh man, he gave up the bag to get another ring, and that's not what you see in today's era. You don't see people giving up the bag to get another ring. You don't see that.
well,
And
I just now read. I'm sorry about this. That Patrick Holmes has just restructured his own contract to free up $17 million of cap room. So he's also taking a little bit of a, you know, take from Tom Brady.
see, he's trying to learn from the goat. I see. It's I respect it. I mean, he seen what Brady did. He was like, okay, I might as well take a cut. I might as well
Yeah,
just say, F it. I'm going to help out my team and restructure my contract and hopefully sign somebody worthy or sign back the team and go back to the Super Bowl again.
yeah. Let me look here very quickly. Look, this is a smart move. Tom Brady wants to keep the same players from last year together. So I got right here the Buccaneers doing what they do. Um, so he signed a 2-year contract. They've agreed to a 1-year extension. It due to this extension, it lowers his salary cap number for this year to help the Buccaneers keep agents, and then they just move some of that guaranteed money, more money to next year. So Who knows? Tom Brady could do the same thing again next year as well. I am very interested in Patrick Mahomes doing what he did, which was take $21.7 million of a signing bonus and just spreading that out over the next year and next 10 years or whatever of that long crazy deal to free up 17 million to get some more players. So I think this is just the future of some quarterbacks. Clearly, Patrick Mahomes is trying to do the Tom Brady because not only will get this money anyways, he does want to win championships because he does understand that he wants to be the next Brady. He wants to be the future GOAT. And to become the future GOAT, you have to sacrifice monetary value. Well, not really sacrifice any monetary value, but maybe prolong the monetary value to win championships. That's what he did, Mahomes, by restructuring that deal, moving it to a signing of his roster bonus this year to a signing bonus, and helping the Chiefs.
So, yeah, it's this probably going to be a trend for the quarterbacks of the for years to come, where they will start giving out their own money, cutting off some of their money and letting the team have some of that money back, and then sign somebody over. And I think it's a trend that could go over to the NBA.
Yeah, it could. Remember all contracts. I don't even know if they can do it in the NBA. I don't know if any NBA players have even been talked about it. We know that LeBron James is one of those few guys who actually when he signed made his contract in a way so that they were able to get the players he was able to get. But who knows if you can actually do that in the NBA, because in the there's no such thing as a signing bonus. So you're not able to take money and then spread it out over a 4 years to make it easy for your team to get great players. And I think in the NBA is not as interesting to do, just because certain players you're more impactful in the NBA in terms of how good you are. Like you're much more impactful. You can really impact your team in a way to promote success rather than what they do in the in the NFL. In the NFL, you kind of actually may need to do it just so that your team can become good.
Yeah. So, for the people out there, can you break down what Tom Brady did for his contract, the way he said, the way he signed it, how it is?
Well, Tom Brady basically did a 1-year extension. He took the money he was supposed to make this year, and just said, let's spread it out over the next couple years so that they can make some cap space so they could sign a couple more of their players that they may have to have let go if Tom kept his money from this year. So what does that do is it just helps them get their players like Shaq Barrett and whoever back. That's why you saw Mahomes kind of do the same thing, which is to help his team get some cap space for this specific year so they can go get one-year players, basically mercenaries, to help protect. Because as you know, Mahomes lost 2 of his own tackles, and so that's what he did to help them get money back. While Tom Brady, all he did was just, say, hey, look, you can take this money, move it here so we can keep my guys. And as Tom Brady said, he wants to bring the band back together. And Tom Brady has no reason to worry about money. He's got money. His wife's got money. He's made $200 million. He's set. I'm not going to condone this for any player because that's just against my actual belief system in terms of players and their money. But I don't blame Brady for doing it. He doesn't need money. He's Tom Brady. He needs championships.
That's all he cares about at the end of the day.
Yep, that is all he cares about. There's really nothing else that matters personally to him. He wants to win championships. Championships are the end all be all for his career at this point of his life. He's made the money, so he doesn't really need it.
What is this? Oh yeah, Dak got paid.
Yes, he did.
And the only thing that scares me is that him performing. If he doesn't perform, then it's like it will be like he just ran off with like 96 million the first year without even doing anything. If he somehow gets injured again,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be tough in terms of how is he going to perform. I just believe that clearly, if I'm being honest, he needs to win a championship. He needs to win a championship.
Oh yeah.
To, validate this contract. I just don't think he will. Personally, I think he's right to get whatever money he can get from them. But, they had to pay him. If they didn't pay him, he was going to walk, and it was probably going to be more expensive. Like everybody said, if they just paid the guy like a couple years ago, maybe they wouldn't be in this fucking position. But they didn't. They thought they could fleece your boy Dak. And Dak was like, no, you can't fleece me. If you don't pay me, I'm fucking out of here. And he was. He left.
I mean, he's entitled to his yeah.
Yeah, Dak is entitled to his opinion, entitled to his money. As we said, Dak is supposed to have his money and stuff. Hopefully, he can have a good year. I just don't think that he's going to win a championship. That's what people really.
So I want to take out the chicken, and you can either talk about whatever.
Okay. Hey, Dak is going to make his money. I think Dak deserves the money he gets in terms of the leverage he had. If they didn't pay him the money, he was going to bounce, and Jerry Jones didn't want him to bounce, and Jerry Jones is old, and it may be a little bit morbid, but he's not trying to go the rest of his days, rebuilding another team just to try and get whatever. He's trying to win championships, and the only way to really say he's getting a championship is to pay Dak his money, and hopefully he can succeed. So, Dak played it right. They played it wrong. They should have paid the man a long time ago. If they do, this isn't an issue, but it is because they decided not to pay him. So, Dak gets to revel in the spoils of his win, and they just kind of have to deal with whatever they get. So, I don't feel bad for them. That's just how the thing goes sometimes in terms of being a successful organization. Sometimes you got to make those tough decisions just to pay the guy already and not worry about other things. But they try to worry about Dak and should he get this money. So they did that, and they're going to reap what they sow, and what they sow is Dakota Prescott, $40 million, $96 million fully guaranteed, $75 million signing $66 million signing bonus, $75 million paid out this year, a record. Even though he gave them some help, he made the cap hit $22.2 million. So they're able to sign some guys, but next year they're going to lose Amari Cooper. And even if Dak got hurt somehow and never played really again, then he would get all his money. All $126 million are guaranteed for injury, so he doesn't lose. And for somebody like a Skip Bayless that we probably listen to say that the Cowboys won, how did the Cowboys win? The Cowboys were trying to get him to not do $40 million per year. He got $40 million per year. He just gave them a year of cap flexibility. So after next year, who wins? Maybe for 1 year, if you want to be that delusional, for 1 year, he wins, and the next year, Dak wins. But Dak hasn't won to me. He's won it already, anyways. That's not a surprise. But it is what it is. So hopefully he can, try and prove that he deserves to, get this deal and showcase why he's that guy. But for me, if you think he should win a championship, that's just not going to happen. He's not going to win a championship at all. That's just me. He won't win. He'll probably lose or whatever, and it'll be okay. So yeah. And other news, again, we talked, like I brought up, Patrick Mahomes kind of did his own Tom Brady, trying to help his team and help himself get some actual protection because he clearly knows they're going to have some trouble protecting him. They lost Eric Fisher, Mitchell Schwartz for cap casualties, and both of them are injured with very serious injuries at their age. One can only not be surprised that they went this route. So, yeah, hopefully, they can find him some guys. As you saw last year, they had trouble protecting him in the Super Bowl because they didn't have an offensive line. So now those two guys are gone for good, and I'm sure Patrick did this decision to try and get himself some real help, some real reprieve in helping them try and get some money to do whatever. So hopefully that works out for them and works out for him. But in the end, it was good for Patrick to do this. It was good for Tom Brady to do what he does. And this just showcases, if you want to win championships, you have to be willing to sacrifice money. If you're about in it for the money, I'm good with that. If you're in it to win, I'm good for that. I'm not going to tell guys to just, take less money. That's just, foolish. So good for those guys that, decide to put their money where their mouth is and say, I'm winning championships. There's no surprise why those are the two guys who are doing it. Taking less money so their teams can get better. That's good. Another guy who may not be have a good next year could be Aaron Rodgers. What is he going to do next year? The team, are they going to get him some help in the draft, an actual wide receiver, and number two to really actually help them other than draft Jordan Love, who basically did nothing for them this year and was a waste of a draft pick? At this point, that's what he is. Could he prove that in future when he plays? Yeah, but who knows when he's going to play? Well, when he's 30, he's, that's the thing. He's going to end up being the Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think he'll be as good. But, it happens. You go out there and you do say the guy's wasted. What was at the beginning of the year, they said basically he's wasted, he's not good. So that's why they picked him up. They told him not to be there and told him not to be what's it called? Yeah, told him not to be a what you would say, a malcontent for Mike LaFleur or whatever his name is, and he wasn't. They had a good year. First year, they got absolutely
got absolutely bopped by San Francisco 2 times. The only team that could really beat them the 2 years before. Then this year they were even better. They're clearly the best team in the conference. And he at the end of the day against the Buccaneers, they shot one for a fourth down. I still believe that Aaron Rodgers should have ran the ball on that third down. I know that he didn't. That Devin White may have come or in a hurry for him, but it's better than throwing the ball. I'd rather get a fourth down with Aaron Rodgers at the 2 yard line, maybe 3 yard line, than fourth down. If we're gonna go for four downs, no matter what, to win this game, then he should have tried to do it, but he didn't do it. He went out there, tried to throw in the triple coverage. How's that ever? Look, I don't know how that's ever a good decision. That's a horrible decision. You're in the playoffs. Everything's on the line. You play safe in the regular season so you can play your 100% what you want to do in the playoffs. That's for every player. And so he can still run. I mean, damn, you could have at least tried to do something. I mean, the NFL has changed somewhat. It's not like Devin White could just kill him.
All right, I am back.
All right. I was just talking about Aaron Rodgers and, what is he going to do this year after last year, I believe, failing his team by not going out there and not only getting points off the 3 turnovers, interceptions Tom Brady threw, but also on that 3rd and goal where I believe he should have ran at least for the touchdown or for a couple yards rather than try to throw in the triple coverage, even though people on TV try to make you believe that was a good decision. So, yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about, but
I think your part was good enough to put it at a hold right there and wait for the next week. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 99. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach, signing out.
And this is your boy going forward. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. If you did, leave a like and a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Look up all the links in the description.
Yeah, description.
And don't forget The Bachelor and The Bachelor's in crisis mode because they had their little problem with Chris Harrison. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Good night.
Yeah. And we out of here.
Later.